So, what if the life you think you're living isn't actually yours? Today, we're going to dive into one of the most haunting films ever made, The Truman Show. But we're not just looking at it as a movie. We're looking at it as a pretty terrifying metaphor for the invisible cages we sometimes find ourselves in. I mean, just stop and think about that for a second. What if every single one of your cherished memories, the people you love, even the fears that hold you back, what if none of it was ever really yours to begin with? And what if every choice you thought you were making was just a line in a script, part of a huge, elaborate design written by somebody else? A script with just one purpose: to build a cage so comfortable, so perfect, that you would never even think about looking for a way out. This, right here, is the chilling heart of The Truman Show. So let's meet our guy, Truman Burbank. On the surface, his life is a picture-perfect postcard of the suburban dream. He has the job, the wife, the house, basically everything we're told we should want out of life. I mean, check it out. A secure job, a beautiful wife, a house with a white picket fence in this super friendly, safe town. It's ideal, right? Except for one tiny little detail. Absolutely none of it is real. See, since birth, Truman has been the unknowing star of a 24/7 reality TV show. His hometown isn't a town at all. It's the largest, most elaborate television set ever built. Okay, so if his world is a giant TV set, you'd think the prison is the physical dome he lives in, right? But the real prison, the one that truly, truly keeps him captive, is way more subtle and honestly a lot more powerful than that. A normal prison needs walls and chains, right? Brute force. But Truman's prison is built from something much more effective: fear. His captors literally engineered a childhood trauma. They staged the drowning of his father at sea, all to give him a lifelong, crippling terror of the water. Why? To make sure he would never, ever try to sail away and discover the truth. And this is really the central idea of the whole thing. The most inescapable cage isn't made of steel bars. It's made of the beliefs you hold in your own mind. It's the kind of prison you don't even realize you're in, because you've been taught your whole life to mistake comfort for freedom. This kind of forces us to ask a really uncomfortable question. Think about your own limits. The things you believe you just can't do. How many of those fears are actually yours, born from your own experience? And how many were just planted there by somebody else? Now, a prison like this can't just run on fear alone. Nope. It needs accomplices. See, the people in Truman's life aren't there because they care about him. They're all actors, just cogs in this huge machine designed to keep him exactly where he is. Get this, his wife? She's an actress who will literally break character mid-conversation to do product placement. His best friend is being fed lines through an earpiece to talk Truman out of his dreams of exploring the world. Every single interaction he has is scripted, with one single purpose: to reinforce his reality and keep him from questioning a thing. This might even sound a little familiar. Have you ever had a really big dream only to have someone you trust just gently, steer you away from it? Maybe with the best intentions, telling you it's safer or more realistic to just stay put.
But here's the thing, you can't keep a perfect illusion going forever. Sooner or later, the system starts to show cracks. And for Truman, reality begins to just fray around the edges.
First, a piece of studio equipment just plummets out of the sky. Then, his car radio accidentally tunes into the crew's frequency, where they're describing his every move. He starts noticing the same people walking in the same loops, these impossible patterns. And this is the really crucial point. The truth doesn't arrive like a lightning bolt. It starts as this tiny, persistent doubt, a little feeling that something is just off. So what do you do then, when you get that little suspicion that your whole routine is just a well-designed distraction, something to keep you from asking bigger questions? Do you just ignore that feeling, or do you start looking for the cracks in the wall? Truman decides to pull on that thread. He confronts his greatest fear, the water, and he sails his boat until it literally crashes into the wall of his world, a painted sky. And there, he finds a staircase. And at the very top, a door. After a lifetime of complete deception, his entire reality-shattering journey leads him right here, to a simple door marked exit. There were no monsters to fight, no guards to get past. There was only a choice. And then, the voice of his creator booms down from the sky, offering him the ultimate choice. He can stay. He can go back to the perfect, predictable, safe world he knows. Or he can leave. He can step through that door into total uncertainty, a world that has real pain and real failure, but also, for the very first time, real freedom. And this, right here, is where the story stops being about Truman. The reason this film still hits so hard decades later is because it's not really about him. It's about us.
I mean, think about it. Truman was controlled by a physical TV set. We're often controlled by our own comfort zones. His prison was a manufactured fear of the sea. Ours are the fears that have been taught to us by society, by family, by our experiences. He was watched by a literal audience. We're watched by the expectations of other people, and yeah, increasingly by algorithms that predict and shape what we do.
And that's why, all these years later, this movie still hurts a little. Because we all have a metaphorical sea we're afraid to cross. And we all have a door waiting for us at the edge of our own known world. The story stings because it's holding up a mirror. So I'll just leave you with the one question that really matters. If you found the exit to your own Truman Show, knowing that on the other side is complete, total uncertainty, would you open it or would you turn back to the comfort of the cage?